What does One Piece chapter 1190 have in store for me today? You guys already know. I'm here to find out. So come experience with me. And I am seeing already with a cover page, and we have red-haired Shanks in the cover page. So I'm just going to go right ahead and already say that this is going to be a great chapter. That may be me just being biased as a big Shanks fan, but you know, you just got to deal with it. And it's pretty cute because it's Shanks grilling fish for breakfast in a port town surrounded by cats. And this is at the time that he still has the straw hat on his head. And we have a young Luffy there trying to get some fish himself. So, love to see it. Some wholesome moments back in the East Blue in the Windmill Village. But enough with the cover page because it's time to get into the chapter. And we are going full bore right off the bat with with Scopper here clashing with Emu, the axes, the dual wielding axes of Scopper Gaban versus the single axe of the, I believe it was Tian, the Jing Tian. It looks like it has, I kind of noticed this last chapter and Emu, I feel like kind of hinted at it with it. And I don't know if it was on purpose, but it appears to have like flames on the blade of the axe. So I don't know if this is like a fire axe as well, which is crazy because I think Emu said like it doesn't only cut or something like that, which is like an interesting thing to throw in. So maybe like, are we supposed to infer that it has some other special abilities similar to the like blade, the Vohu blade? And the what is it? The Fragorok or the Sea God's blade that they both seem to drain life force. So I feel like it wouldn't be too huge of a jump to say that a lot of these, I'm calling them like celestial weapons. That's kind of like the term I've coined for them, considering their origins. They are all the original weapons of the founders of the world government, the original celestial dragons. And I think it sounds just like really cool. And apparently, they have some ridiculously powerful abilities. So these weapons themselves are a problem. So I like to go with celestial weapons here. And even now I'm seeing, we're seeing Luffy, he's still pinned to that piece of the tree that was behind Scopper when he blocked the attack from Emu. But it sliced it so into a smaller piece. So I'm assuming this is how Luffy is going to actually get free. And we've got Scopper grinning ear to ear, but I am worried, as I think we're supposed to feel. I don't know if you guys felt this unease as well. One, he's an older man. He's not in his prime. And two, he was already extensively injured from the situation with Gunko. So this is not a, fully healthy prime Scopper. This is a injured old Scopper. But nonetheless, he is the mountain eater and I'm ready to see him cook. Yep, the tree in the background kind of crumbles. Scopper and Emu kind of disengage with each other. Luffy's falling. Oh, okay. So the blades are so long that they pierced through Luffy, through the tree, and out the other side of it. So when it fell, the the ground, when it came into contact with the ground, it made the swords pop out and knocked it out. So that's how Luffy, okay, so that's how he gets unpinned. In Emu here, huff huff. Okay, so we already know he's on some sort of time limit that we are not actually privy to. And then on top of it, he has been going through just multiple fights back to back to back. Um, no one really like pressing him super hard. Like Loki got off a hit, Luffy got off a hit, but both of those things came from Emu like letting his guard down. So they, I'm assuming most of this like huffing from Emu is purely based off of the time limit around him actually being able to be in the lower world. And yep, there goes Luffy. Okay, Emu's going for a slice on Scopper. Speed. He dodged that. Yo, that's crazy. Oh, and he's up on the tree and he stuck his axe into the branch. So he's kind of like levitating there for a second. You're a hideous sight. Nothing like nothing of this mortal world. Scopper, he's talking his crap, man. I love it. Emu wants to know who you are, bro. Oh, what a response from Scopper here. And I love it because in Oda fashion, it is something that just makes you more curious about the actual true history of the world because Scopper here says, one who knows the world. And that has so many layers and so many layers that we just don't have access to. But obviously makes me super excited for the future of getting that stuff as well. But man, Oda loves to just tease us, just keep teasing us on this info that we're all dying to get. Okay, Scopper lands. Emu just chilling, not really saying much. Luffy is just screaming his head off, not doing good. I mean, those are like, it's like lethal damage, but it's Luffy, so of course it's not. Scopper, hey. Oh my, he's just grabbing Luffy by the face and just picking him up. He's bleeding everywhere. Okay, are we about to get some tough love? Because remember that Scopper is like the self-identified preacher of love. He's similar to Sanji. He's a man of love. And so, but what comes with that is the potential for some tough love. And I am actually really hoping that that's what he's about to deliver to Luffy because Luffy needed a wake up call, not only power wise, but also mentality. Because Luffy always he is jovial, he's joyous, he's lighthearted, but he can lock in, when things are serious and especially when his friends are involved. But since the introduction of Gear 5, it just the nature of the ability itself leads to situations where it seems like Luffy is not taking it seriously. I don't like subscribe to that he's never serious. I don't think that's true. I think we can tell in Gear 5 when he's like playing around and when he's actually serious and struggling. But I do think Luffy needs, now at the point that we are and what needs to be done and where the Straw Hats need to go, he needs to elevate his mindset as a captain going forward. Not only his power needs to go up some more, but the way he thinks and taking things more seriously. And I hope Scopper is about to maybe, give him some of that old man wisdom. He's telling him to get on his feet here. And because we know with what we've seen of Roger, how he's goofy. He's got some of that Luffy style goofiness in him, but we also know from, Marines and other people recanting Roger's tales that he would turn into a demon when his friends crew were at stake or involved or in danger. And I want to see that same, not that Luffy and Roger are the same character, but I want to see that come from Luffy. I want to see him access that demon time that we all know. We all know it's in there. So sorry, that was a little bit of a ramble, but I thought it was privy for the situation at hand. And I hope some of you like. I don't know if that was me just picking up on it. Love to hear if you guys kind of were getting the same vibes of what needs to happen for Luffy. But let's continue here. I'm disappointed in you. Aren't you ashamed at getting saved? Yes, okay, give it to him, Scopper. By an injured old man like me. Oh, he, he's talking his crap. Okay, I actually love this. I love it. I love it. He's like, your white form, like Emperor of the Sea. Don't get full of yourself. This is amazing. Luffy's just, ow, 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 ow. Let me go. Yes, thank you, Scopper. He's asking, do you want to die here? No, I'm not going to die. Yeah, I'll let go. Oh my gosh. He needs this. See, and he's calling Luffy out right here. Luffy's like, I'm not going to die. Well, a second ago, if Scopper does not show up, Luffy legitimately dead. He's dead. We know that's not going to happen because then One Piece would be over. But it doesn't change the fact that, from the perspective of the people in the story, that had Scopper not shown up, Luffy is dead. And he tells him that, like, you were a dead man walking. It's pathetic. What happens next after you're dead? Oh, I just realized I didn't even say the chapter title. Those whose death brings celebration. Interesting. Is that like villains? Deaths bring celebration. Well, probably a lot of pirates. I mean, I remember from Marineford when Whitebeard died and Ace died, like a bunch of the world cheered. A lot of that comes from just misinformation about how the world works. Anyways, but I digress. Oh, Luffy actually looks really serious here from that question. Like, what happens next after you're dead? I can't protect my friend's country. Damn straight. Yep. See, and checking him. What happens to the crew that you've brought all this way? And Luffy's reluctantly, their lives are in danger. Correct. Now, you listen closely. On this sea, the higher you rise, the more enemies you have. Yes, he knows. The King of the Pirates is a title for those whose death brings celebration. Okay, there we go. Chapter title. And true, Roger. Everyone celebrated. Not only people who thought he was like a villain, but because of the way he decided to go out with his message, people also celebrated because it kicked off the Great Pirate Era and the hunt for the One Piece. Because everyone else wants to sit in that seat. Yeah, everyone wants to be the Pirate King. Oh, yes. 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 Okay, this line from Scopper here, it gets me. It gets me. This is exactly what I was talking about. He's saying, like, if you think that you're going to just be king of the pirates with with nothing but peace, sunshine, rainbows, like just cut it off now. Just go home. You're done. You can't do that. Now that I don't think he's meaning it in the way that everything has to be this over serious, somber, um, drain the life out of the adventure, because that's not what the Roger Pirates seem to do. They seem to adventure plenty, but there is a lot at stake. You are up against the world, and you need to resolve yourself to that point. It's not just about being fun and having this dream of being the Pirate King. It's not going to be enough. Oh, you're not cut out for this. And he chucks him. Now stay out of my way, brat. Dang, man, that's some tough love right there. Luffy talking all that trash about me. I'll show you. Luffy, you needed to hear this. This is Scopper giving tough love. Absolutely. He's egging Luffy on. And when he says, now stay out of my way, he's chucking him away because one, it's part of the lesson here, but two, it's because he wants to create distance between Luffy and himself, presumably for his fight against Emu, so that Luffy does not get dragged into the damage of the attacks that are probably going to uh, come, is what I would assume. So it's kind of like multiple layers playing on itself right now. Scopper's going double overhand axes here. Mantis axe style, Mantis plum. And he just and Emu's blocking it. Is he blocking that with his axe? You can't tell what exactly he's using, but the last thing he was holding was the axe. But you can just see the handle of whatever it is spinning. So you don't actually know. But the Mantis axe style. Okay, so we got like, is this the official style of I was gonna say axemanship, but I don't know if that's actually a word. Because swordsmanship, how Zoro's got his three sword style, and so this is Scopper's Mantis axe style. Yeah, Emu's not sweating here, like, at all. He's not huffing anymore either, and he's just blocking these easy. I got a bad feeling about this. I think he's gonna pop off, okay, because I think Oda likes to do this, where he gives these older characters, like, a time to shine and, like, give us, like, a glimpse of what they were capable of in their prime, like a glimpse. Um, but then it never lasts. It happened with Whitebeard, happened with Garp. Um, didn't fully happen with Rayleigh, but a little bit with on Sabodi with Kizaru. He started getting gassed out while stalling Kizaru. So it's like he likes to do this. So I think we're gonna see Scopper do something new. Probably actually maybe put in a little bit of work, a little bit of damage against Emu, but then I'm worried. I am very worried. Is this a joke to thee? If you want to kill him, no, you want to kill him, don't you? I do. Okay, they're clashing. Luffy's just on the ground. Scopper here. Oh, see, he really does. They know too much because he's like, hey, does he really remind you so much of Joy Boy? Like pulling up Joy Boy. Ooh, Emu. He wants to know who is in front of him right now fighting him because he's got info. He knows a lot. Dost thou recognize Mu? And he's pulling out another sword. Oh, this one looks more of like a katana. It has a very interesting guard design. It's like real squiggly and circle. Honibami, Honabami Toshiro. That sounds like Japanese style. And then there's like a black little demon thing. Is this part of Omen? This is the tough part with these celestial weapons. I'm just gonna like beep, put a pin in it real fast because sometimes Oda, when it comes to like the power system, he does not explicitly like explain things. And so it can lead to like weird interpretations and people having some like crazy thoughts and ideas. Hockey has like a lot of that problem, especially around Conqueror's hockey. It's just like Oda has not been super consistent with it. So something like the celestial weapons here, he's having the weapons actually come out of Emu's ring, like his omen black flame ring behind him, which I believe that is a part of his specific devil fruit powers. But then the weapons he's bringing forth, the celestial weapons, are not specifically his weapons or his power. It's the weapons themselves have seem to have abilities in them, and then he's utilizing them. But then the Honebame Toshiro has like this little black, like cloud demon looking thing. And that's very similar to what we've seen from Emu's Omen Flames that they seem to be sentient and kind of look like that too. So for me, I'm like, is it the Omen Flames here, or is this specifically coming from the Honebame Toshiro? I don't know. If any of you guys, think you can, say with more certainty, please feel free. I am always open to, getting some other perspectives. I would absolutely love that. Okay, and he strikes at Scopper, but Scopper blocks it. What dost thou know? The words of Joy Boy. Let's go. But don't get it twisted. Scopper hit him with the don't get it twisted. I love that. Okay, I really like what he's saying here. Oh, yeah, see, that's perfect. That's perfect. Because he says he's obviously pulling on something that they found out, the words of Joy Boy, whatever those words may specifically be, but he is making a clarification here that, like, don't be under the wrong impression. We're not just blindly obedient to some person from the past that, like, they've never interacted with. For them, they just want to see their captain's dream come into fruition. And we know that they showed up at Laughtell and somehow they knew they were early, whatever that meant. Like, how did they know that? They just did. So, in considering that dream carried on, so they are aware of whatever Joy Boy's words were and what happened during the Void Century and the true history of the world. But at the same time, they're not beholden to Joy Boy's words. They're being driven also by the desire to see Captain Rogers' dream come true, which is the same dream as Luffy that we still don't know what it is. So, oh gosh, I'm that Luffy's dream, which was Roger's dream, that to me, I have no clue. I genuinely have no clue. Oh, Emu's coughing. He's coughing blood. Man, the longer he's here, we're starting to see little cracks, little cracks in the armor here. So we just got to keep stalling long enough. And he's asking, like, Captain, I'm going to get that old man for making fun of me. Luffy's just on the ground, just bleeding. Heal, get better. Just a moment is all I need. Are you going to use your Toon Force to now be able to actually, like, heal wounds? I wouldn't be surprised if he could make, like, I don't know how. I don't know. Using rubber. he can just somehow patch himself up like Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter. Uses bungee gum. The Gumu Gumu, just patch himself up. Who is this captain? Oh, sick panel of Scopper here. Standing tall with both the axes. The king of the pirates, Gol D. Roger. Let's go. That's amazing. Oh, that got Emu's attention. We've never actually seen Emu speak about Roger, about the king of the pirates. So this interests me here. This disgusts Moo. Why is the D on the king of the pirates? Spread not that name. Yes, great one. Yeah, he didn't want like not only did this person become the king of the pirates, which was unheard of, but on top of it, he's a D. So way too much attention brought to him. Mm-hmm. Emu's putting the pieces, he's like, okay, I get it now. That's the man who turned, this whole situation into the great pirate era. Okay, now he's asking the hard hitting questions here. He's like, well, why would the remnants of his crew protect Straw Hat Luffy? Because you're going out of your way to eliminate him. Is that not proof enough? Exactly. Exactly. You yourself are showing up in Elbaf to personally take care of Luffy and Loki, meaning those two are very much integral, and you're just giving away your hand, basically, that these people could be a serious thorn in your side. So Scopper's like, that's proof enough. Like, we got it. We gotta protect these guys. If even you see him as a threat, exactly. Someone will be born and eventually surpass us. Okay, we're seeing the Oro Jackson, the Roger Pirates here. We were just too early. Let's go. Look at Roger there with his just glorious mustache. Oh, and we're getting a panel. Oh, we're getting the panel of some absolute legends here in Scopper. Then you're telling us that this boy is the very man we've all been waiting for. And we got Scopper here talking. We're seeing Rayleigh, Crocus, Shanks, Oden, and Whitebeard. All of those men have been waiting for this boy. And it's time for the boy to become the man. That's what I'm hoping that Elbaf is. That's what I'm hoping it is. Is it's that transition for Luffy from like more of the boyish nature to his full like being a man, being the captain that he already has incredible intrinsic traits that have brought the Straw Hats together, and those things don't need to be eliminated or suppressed. He just needs to add in the other side of being a captain. And Luffy he'll be the best pirate captain that has ever existed. So, Luffy's huffing and puffing. Oh, Emu. Indeed, we have been foolish. And he's getting ready to do stigma, I think. At least that's what we've looked at before. Emu's looking pretty serious here. Oh. Yeah, he's doing the thing, and we see the little flame, sentient little flame thing pop up on Luffy, which means, that's like the homing signal that creates the like almost like sure hit effect for stigma. And Emu here states that perhaps that they've taken like numerous the numerous things that have happened and they've kind of chalked it up to mere coincidence. But he's like, at this point, no longer are we going to do that. So he's going for the kill. Okay, Scopper's trying to prevent him from doing the attack on Luffy. So he jumps up in the air. He's up above Emu. Sorry about this one, Jewel Tree Adam. Oh, he's about to slice and dice. He's about to slice and dice this whole branch of this tree. It wasn't my intent to eat you. Okay, the mountain eater. Let's go. Now he's the jewel tree Adam eater, which doesn't have the same ring to it as mountain eater, but we're gonna roll with it. I know you guys like that. Ow. Oh. He's like powering up. Oh, he's like, yeah, he's old. He's old, man. He's like, man, these old joints are creaky and it sucks to get old. And he's rearing back, and we're seeing the Conquerors hockey flowing, baby. Let's go. What is this? Luffy. Oh, Luffy's still sulking. He's like, I don't care if he is friends with Rayleigh. And Emu's about to say stigma. He's Stig, and we see the little flame bell about to ring. Yo, this panel is sick. Gate of God. And we're seeing just Conquerors hockey lightning shoot out. But we're seeing the branch that they are on get absolutely eviscerated. And one of those bolts went directly down at Emu. And it seems like he used the Black Omen flames to use like his bubble shield, similar to the same thing he did to block Loki's Thorheim when he got hit into the Atom tree and he was like stuck in the tree, and then Loki came for the lightning blast and he used that like bubble omen black flame shield to block it. And it seems like he mostly blocked. It's bouncing off of it, and the branch underneath Emu is not cut like all of the other ones. This is crazy though, too, because when you think of the scale, the size of these branches on this tree, this attack is actually humongous. It's ginormous. Oh, this is so cool. This reminds me a lot of Galaxy Impact, of like when we saw Galaxy Impact for the first time. Obviously, the effect is different because Galaxy Impact was like a wide area of effect, like blast shockwave, whereas this is like concentrated slashes with like bolts of Conquerors hockey going through them. That is such a, first of all, Gate of God, sick name. And I love the visual here. I really do. Man, the Roger Pirates are just like hockey gods. They really are. And if I say if, it's going to happen. But when the Straw Hats, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, when they are able to wield Conqueror's hockey like this, plus all of their other abilities and capabilities, God, they are going to just be such a problem. They're going to be such a problem for everybody. And it makes me so excited. Oh, yeah, that whole tree just got sliced off. We're still seeing, oh, Emu is bleeding. He's bleeding. He blocked it, but it went through too. He couldn't fully block the attack. He's bleeding from his head. He's got blood coming out of his mouth. He actually looks like that attack, he was struggling. He was struggling against that one. That's crazy. Imagine Scopper in his prime, dude. In that, oh, I don't know if this happened to you guys too. If like when you read this, if this happened. But when I see stuff like this from Scopper, one, yes, I want like thinking of Prime Scopper, crazy. Same thing with Rayleigh. But then it just makes me think of Roger, Prime Roger. What was that dude moving like? Because we have not seen, we've seen him, God Valley was not Prime Roger. And even the Roger we saw clash with Whitebeard, it's really tough though because of his illness. But it seems to me like his illness, it's tough because it's like, does his illness affect his output, like his destructive capability, his strength or is it like a stamina thing? So like he can output 100% power, but it's for a shorter period of time. That's why sometimes scaling in One Piece is so difficult. There's so many asterisks that you have to like put next to each feat that you're like, I don't really, it makes it way harder to scale. But regardless, I want to know what Roger was like in his prime. And I really, 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 really hope Oda just gives us a little glimpse of that. You know, I know it's not his story, but come on, come on, please. That's so sick though. Gate of God. That was awesome. Yeah, Z, yeah, Emu's putting respect on Scopper's name here because he's like basically saying, even though he's old, even though Scopper is an old man, he is still a member of the Pirate King's crew. And he's from that attack, he's seeing it. But Scopper right here is huffing and puffing. And this is what I was talking about earlier. He's going in, he's showing off some damn good feats because Luffy didn't even do that much damage, okay? And the only attack he got off was an off guard punch against Emu. We saw how the fight went the next chapter when Emu was actually paying attention to Luffy. And Emu didn't let his guard down here. Scopper just straight up got this attack off and it did damage. Loki barely even did that. Scopper is the real deal. He really is. Thou art so determined to believe. Yeah, we're believing. Yachi Takeru, which I believe is the same move that he used when he was like testing Zoro and Zoro and Luffy when they were trying to get the key. I believe so. Awesome panel, seeing all the slashes going crazy everywhere. And Emu uses Honebame. Oh, and we see that little black devil thing from the sword. It looks like Scopper's getting hit. He is. He did get hit. Okay, Emu is blocking like you aren't because he said, "You're so determined to believe." And Scopper comes right back at him like you aren't. Who these questions, this dialogue, it just makes you think, it just makes you realize we still don't know that much. And I just want to know more. The underworld. Oh, and you see the giant pieces of the branch come falling down. They're so big, they're crushing mountains below them. The sun world. Okay, back with Loki here. Looks like Gerd is, tending to his wounds. Was that Luffy? No, it's not. There's someone else up there. Someone devastatingly strong. Scopper? Or Emu? Or both? Yo, I just looked down. I just looked down at the last page or the last panel. Yo, is he? That's his arm. That is his arm. This is what I was talking about. Oh, he lost an arm. Okay, he's not dead. Oh, he's not dead. And Luffy's just shocked and like, old man, Luffy, you gotta freaking lock in, dude. Okay, I can't say that I wasn't expecting it, and I'm sure it was the same for you guys. So that means in that moment right there, after they clash with the two attacks, that then Emu like locked in from the time that the branch was falling from above down into the underworld. By the time it crashed down, Scopper was defeated. That's crazy, man. Scopper, you put on a good show. You showed out. You saved Luffy, and you gave him the opportunity. You gave him the tough love, and you gave him the opportunity to potentially recover and actually, evolve and get to the next level. So I salute you, Scopper. You're not dead. You're not gonna be dead. Um, Dang, he lost an arm. Okay, I think Scopper is officially out of the fighting. Okay, I think after that, the damage he'd already taken from Gunko, plus this, I think Scopper is now. Did that happen from? I'm just sorry. I'm just peeking at it because we see the Honebame when he slashes Scopper somewhere like around this area. We see that little black smoke demon looking thing. So I'm curious if that, because it's on his left side and he loses his left arm, I'm curious if that was actually like an after effect of that sword. So if he cuts you with it, then from that cut, that like black smoke demon thing, that if it like can cut again, like 'cause if he cut his shoulder and then that thing can cut again and just severs the arm off. I don't know. I'm like, did it happen in the time it fell, or was his arm going to be lost regardless after he got hit with that slash from Emu? Anyways, hmm. Wow, what a chapter. What a chapter. This was great. The tough love for Luffy, some great action between Emu and Scopper, some great like lore teases as well. And what an ending. What an ending. A lot of hype. Wow, this was a great chapter. It truly was. Please let me know from your first read through or first read through, like what stuck with you after the chapter was finished. I would absolutely love to hear that. And as always, I want to thank you if you've made it this far to be here to experience this great chapter of One Piece with me. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.